How's it going, guys? I'm your host, Caravan Gaming. Welcome back to the next episode of the Nostalgia Quest series. And I apologize for there being no episodes last week because we had a huge event in Dragon Fable, and I thought that more people would like to see how I actually did the fight, since there were quite a lot of comments, as well as, I've been browsing the Discords, the forums, the Reddit, whatnot. A lot of people were having trouble with the fights, especially the lower level people, so I decided to do those videos instead. Okay, now we are back to our regularly scheduled Nostalgia Quest, and before I start today's episode, there are a few things that I'd like to say before we get started. Okay, so first off, the archer class. So actually there's only 5 skills, so we will not get any more new skills because it is a tier 1 class, and tier 1 class, they did say in the past, they did confirm it that there are only going to be 5 skills for tier 1 classes. So yeah, that is basically it for the master archer class. Also, the tome interaction is I believe they said that it was unintentional, so that might get fixed soon. With regards to the last skill, it is pretty overpowered. Not obviously, since you get 4 freaking turns if you combine it with celerity. My issue with like nerfing the skill is like it's just going to be a worse version of Shadow Feeder Pendant if you nerf it. Like, I get that the skill is the class is for lower level characters, so obviously lower level characters won't have Shadow Feeder Pendant yet, but if you nerf it, then honestly it's just a worse version of Shadow Feeder Pendant. Maybe nerf the level 150 mastercraft armor, but the class armor, let it keep the skill there so that lower level players can use it. I don't really think higher level players will actually abuse it. I am not sure how the meta will shift, but I think it is pretty unlikely that mages are suddenly going to pop up, use their tomes, and then use the keep a level 10 armor in their active inventory for the sake of using that skill alone. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Besides, if you want to tome spam, Book of Burns exists and it doesn't take up an armor slot, so why in the world would you want to do that? Like, at the end of the day, the class is meant for rangers, so I do agree that they need to remove the tomes from it. Afterwards, I think it's fine to keep the four turns there for like lower level, for the lower level armor, but for the higher level one, maybe you might want to change it or like take it away or something like that, so it doesn't become too overpowered, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, so let's move on to today's event, travel map. Not today's event, sorry. Today's Nostalgia Quest episode. Bizarre Flex. Okay, back to Bizarre Flex. Let's go. Also, I'd like to point out that the armor actually did get me a bit excited for Ranger class, to be honest. If you guys know me, you will know that I am not very fond of Rangers at all. Inside of this game, the armor, I have to admit, it did get me a little bit hyped for Ranger, but now that they are probably going to nerf / change it, that it does take away a bit of the excitement. And one other thing that I'd like to point out is that it took players a few minutes of play testing the armor to figure out the broken interactions you can do with it. Why is it that the staff did not notice that? That is my question. I know they have a lot on their plate and they are a very small team, but come on, man, if your players can figure out this stupidly obvious and broken interaction within minutes of playtesting the class, surely you would have known as as staff, right, as developers, right? Like, I feel like in the future, if you want to release something, like, do it good, do it proper, and then release it, rather than releasing a overpowered version of it and then taking it away. I feel like that really dampens the morale of the player base. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you release it as average, then players will take it as such, rather than you release it as like a obviously strong or broken item with some broken interactions, only to have your player base enjoy it and then take it away. Yeah, I think that sucks even more. You guys know what I'm saying. After all, I'm sure expectations weren't super high for this because it is meant to be a tier 1 class, after all, meant for beginners. So I think it's fine if it's not like overpowered on or strong on release. That is totally understandable. Not saying that should be the case for all the other items, of course. endgame items, they should obviously be strong so that players will be excited to use them. But for this one, this is obviously meant for lower level players, so I guess it's okay if you release it like slightly weaker or like just average. Alright. Okay, Star Black 2. Good evening, Fel. Hey, Korriban. Just cutting down on the rogue bookworm infestation. The Master Librarian is quite upset with them. Aren't you the Master Librarian? Oh no, I own the library and I am Law Master. But I simply don't have the time to handle a librarian's tasks, so I delegate. So who is the Master Librarian? Annelidus is his name. Annelidus? Aye, a bookworm of singular talent. Your library is being looked after by a bookworm. Isn't that a bit like leaving a fox to look after your hen house? Not at all. Not all bookworms consume willy-nilly, you know. They are preeminent scholars in their own right. Annelidus is foremost among them. Man, why is this name so hard to say out? Not exactly pronounced, but just to say the name, it's very difficult. Thus, the fact that he is upset by rogue bookworms. Precisely, and speaking of which, oh, of course, is his Law Master Library, whatever, not doing his job? Why are we getting attacked by rogue bookworms? Yeah, where's the Master Librarian when you need him? Come on, man. Also, I am sweating like mad in an aircon room. I have no idea why. I just took a shower. The weather is like ridiculously crazy nowadays in Singapore. Oh my god. Can't even begin to imagine. It's not even the hot weather. It's like 41 degrees or something. It hit 41 degrees Celsius a few days or like a few weeks back. That is really insane. And it's not really like just the temperature, but if you combine it with Singapore's humidity, man, it is so disgusting. Those of you who have been in high humidity countries before, you guys will know what I mean. Like, it's not so bad if the temperature is high, but you combine high temperature with like high humidity, then like you just feel sticky and disgusting the whole day, and then you just keep sweating. It's absolutely crazy, guys, man. Yeah, downsides of living in Singapore, you get summer 20 all year round. Well, almost all year round. Like a few months before that, it was literally raining, but I would much rather have rain than to have sun. I know some people don't agree with me, and of course, everyone has their own preferences, but yeah, I'd rather it be cooling than it be hot. As far as it is to engage in pest control with you again, I assume there was a reason I was sent for. Yes, but my other fragments are engaged elsewhere. Oh, speaking of web, were we able to discover anything? There's some kind of very strong energy masking him, and it is not his own. Oddly enough, it seems like Eldron is involved. Landfire? Not quite. Landfire is elsewhere. I've spoken to Eldron. It is quite clear something else is going on here. He is no more informed of the location of Dow's lackey than we are. If it seems like Eldron, but he doesn't know anything about it, maybe it's an analog. Perhaps. Eldron, like most powers, tends to merge with its analogs, and so has very few. Some still exist, or a few are strong enough to persist, or radically different enough. Dow's seemed very set on making an analog of Fel. Is it possible he did something similar to Eldron as well? Hi there, Korriban, old buddy. Without Eldron being aware of it, not likely. Ah, Korriban, you have arrived. Wonderful. Let me pull myself together. I see my other fragments have not been as successful as I have. You have a lead? I have. What can you tell me about TDRs? What's TDRs? Transdimensional realities? More than I wish I knew. They are like parallel worlds, but where some very fundamental change happened, right? In essence, correct, though I have yet to figure out what Dow's would want with a TDR and what it has to do with the former villain Citra Rigorate. Wait, what? Citra? He's involved in this? I am not sure how, but yes, or at the very least his world is. I sought Ryusei for some answers, as he spent some time there and might have insight. Unfortunately, Gaiden says his father is away. Away? So go to him. Surely there is no place he could go that you cannot. Can and should are different things. Gaiden reports that Ryusei has been plagued by terrible dreams since Cartwright's abrupt disappearance, and they have escalated. Oh my. So he's seeking some sort of guidance. I suspect Ryusei's problem may be ours soon enough, but at the moment we have enough balls in the air to start a juggler's troop. Why do you suddenly bring in balls? An apt metaphor. So wait, Citra swore the flags, this can't be a coincidence. Pardon? During the first incident with the flags and the quest to rescue Gaiden Cartwright, Wally and I ended up trapped in a strange TDR. At the time it seemed entirely out of place, but no, I agree, it is far too coincidental to be an actual coincidence. How did you end up in this TDR? A device Wally was working on transported me there. Then it seems we are off to see the wizard. So you see, we need to return to the TDR if you are to find Ardendor and stop Douse. But I can certainly get you in. I trust Lawmaster that you can get back out again. Once I have the ORL things, I can come and go as I wish, assuming there are no incidents. Man, what is with all the acronyms? Which there almost certainly will be. What's an ORL? Omnivoral Reality Locator. Think an address or map coordinates but on an omniversal scale. What about magic? It worked in the TDR before because of Warlick, but without him there. Given as we will be out of Lorien Ambit, I can substitute myself for the Manor of Law readily enough. Your magic should work as you expect. So you will be granting my spells to me as if I was your priest. Somehow I am less than reassured. Should I be insulted? Well, you do tend to gravitate toward high stress situations. Point taken. Are you ready? As ready as I ever will be. Ooh. I do not think our basic reality augmented neuro electrical engine revision M or the M brain is going to hold Captain. We simply do not have the imagination that E has, especially with E's help. I have been strung along by enough theories to start my own yarn factory. Slog, I need answers. Bridge to Snotty. Snot here, Captain. Let's not start that again, Snotty. I need more power to the M brain. Membrane. The unobtainium chrysalis is already fragmenting and emitting light, Captain. If I push things any farther, the whole thing is gonna glow. Is that dangerous? Well, not really. Then for gosh sake, do it, man. It's no good, Captain. Even if that device cannot hold a pilot's logistical operating trajectory together. We are way off course. No excuses, Mr. Snot. Get the plot together. There is no time for your flatbread to be quitting. What is with all these acronyms? Seriously. Flatbread to quit, Captain. I think the encounter with that new E has fried your brain. Nan says quitter. I see what you did there. Man, what is with this dialogue? I barely understand anything. Strange as the charm of this conversation might be, I believe our time is up and it's time to get on top of things. Everyone has their quirks, Slot. Everyone has their fermions as well, Captain. How is that relevant? We need to get down to business and get to the bottom of things. Transporter room 3, this is Rojo to bridge. Go ahead, Hemd. Another E has just arrived, Captain, and he is with a strange human who apparently knew my cousin Noam Barfield. What? Captain Turk, this is Korban. I need you and Slog to get down to Transporter Room 3 immediately. We have some business to attend to. Looks like something must have been caught in the transport beam. Yes, I wonder what it is. Fish guts. Okay, nice. He hits with water. That's good for our backlash. Oh man, this is a lengthy quest. Might only have time for one quest today. I don't know. And of course, the dialogue is just ridiculously long. Okay, maybe you can do another one. Yeah, I feel like we can do another one. Klangon. Oh, come on. Energy? Really? Another one. Yeah, low level. And hits with energy, that's the worst for us. Probably won't be good for backlash. Oh nice, hits with earth. Okay, now he's hitting with earth. Poultry gas. Wind, right? Oh, this one can hit quite hard if I remember correctly. Chickens are often kept as pets, but this chicken has been exposed to the power of a transmorphic device and become a huge evil chicken. Its existence was first theorized by Rain Man. Captain Turk, this is E. You have a lot of nerve showing here. Why have you changed back into the imposter's clothing? That just means you are clearly in the right place. This is not E, this is Falarin. Ah, so it is the imposter. No. The E imposter was called Falarin Ardendor, but he told us to call him Ardendor. Well, that is my name too, but you can call me Falarin. Listen, I can explain. Intriguing. Someone had better start. None of this makes any sense whatsoever. Several hours later. So you see, the Lawmaster needs to get rid of Ardendor as well. And he might be able to help handle your problem with my lookalike and his companion as well. Easier said than done. Unfortunately, we just do not have the power or imagination to use the M-Brain to breach the barrier. M-Brain? You have access to an M-Brain? Well, I would prefer a Z-Brain, but one works with what one can get. I can get you across the barrier into the E-Continuum. Point me to engineering. In the meantime, Korban, those lobsters are coming back. I recommend lemon and butter. Ooh. lobsters, nice. Yeah, I think I told this story before, but I haven't really eaten lobster before. Or rather, I never really had the luxury of eating lobster before. The only one I had was from IKEA or IKEA, as some of you guys would like to call it. In Singapore, most people just call it IKEA, but yeah, not the best lobster I had. Dry, rubbery, overcooked. Yeah, pretty bad. It was with the laksa pasta that they came out with. The lobster laksa pasta. It was a new item on the menu, and yeah, 10 out of 10 would not recommend it. Never had good lobster before though I definitely would like to try if I ever get the chance to, or if I ever have the money. Yeah, maybe if I didn't spend so much on AQ packages, I could have afforded a nice lobster meal, but yeah, AQ is life, guys. Klangon. More Klangon. I do really enjoy crab and prawns though. Yeah, crab and those large prawns. Or no, not exactly prawns. Shrimp. Yeah, shrimp. Shrimp and prawn. Shrimp and crab, sorry. I really enjoy those. Here goes nothing. But I was able to hold us together, barely. As I was saying, I was able to hold us together, but now we need to find Addendo and my analog. Commander Snort has taken a sample of my dynamic material to adjust your long-range sensors. If you feed the output from the Scandishire array back across your main dejector dish and filter the result through a can of peas, you may be able to track my analog that way. Why not just pull it out? Far too early in this episode to pull it out. Pull it out? Don't ask. Are they trying to make a sex joke here? What the heck? It ruins the mystique. Oh my, more incoming. Maybe it's just my brain. Sorry guys. Does it ever end? It hasn't for almost 10 years, Kariban. Why would it start now? More lobsters. Space lobsters. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna put this lumbar pillow back because it's so freaking hot. So I took it out. Man, this is so hot. Why? I just showered, god damn it. I mean, I was doing exercise before this, but come on, I showered already and I'm in an aircon room. Why is it? Oh man. Maybe it's the long hair. Yeah, I think it's the long hair. Probably need to get a haircut soon because I am going back to the military very soon as well. But I will have videos scheduled for the week where I'm away, so you guys don't have to worry about missing out any content from me. But yeah, I do need to get a haircut before that. Otherwise, they are going to they are probably going to give us a free one in camp, but it's literally a horrible one. Like they just cut any like I don't know, they just cut to make sure that it's short enough. They literally do not care if you look good. So you want to get the haircut out of camp. Somewhere in the E continuum. Ja, she blows. A ship shaped like a giant space squid. My analog and his associates clearly read the right sort of fiction. Snort to bridge. The doom squid has us in its tractor in, Captain. It is going to draw us into its mouth of madness. In your haste, you did not consider just what you would do if you called us, did you? They never do, and they are left in a lurch, and all they can do is call dag on it. Oh, mother of puss. Pass. Valerin? Bass. Valerin? What, Bass is a colleague of mine from... Oh my god. Pretty daring with the dialogue back in the days. I like that. But this is a kids game, so they didn't spell out the full thing, but still, I like that. Very, very daring. As interesting as your interplay is, gentlemen, if we are going to escape from this, we really do need to put our heads together. I do not look forward to being another statistic in the most ancient track of all. Quite, we need to get Addendo so we can go after the evil clergyman before I get astrophobic. This situation is gnarly. You mean gnarly? No. You have failed the last test, Addendo. Shields down now. Transporter room 3 to beam up. There you are, man. I was wondering if you will ever get here. I also wonder if it will be you or the father that found me first. We have no time for a conversation. You know why we are here. I do, and if you think I'm gonna go along peacefully, you are nuts. He may know why you are here, E. E and I are less certain, isn't that right, E? Indeed, you seem to be stepping on toes. Who are these yo-yo knockoffs? What exactly is an E? They are euphemism for deity, I imagine. I will not push their buttons if I were you, Korriban. The E are capable of feats of such unexplainable grandeur that even our top scientists' most elaborate hand-waving cannot disguise the fact that it is magic. Magic as if we would be so gosh. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Completely outside of the local paradigm. Actually, E stands for extra dimensional entity. Therefore, it correctly applies to all of you, including Korriban. How dare you interrupt? Oh no, I just was trying to. That is, I did not mean to. They never learn. You think they will realize it was always the one that... I see what you meant about not pushing buttons, Captain. Oh yes, it is far too late. I feel my buttons already have been depressed. What about you, E? Absolutely. First an imposter of myself shows up with a strange shadow, and now another imposter shows up with a multi-adventurer from another TDR, who just had the audacity to interrupt me after we... I wonder how the Wayfarer would look in a red shirt. That's enough to push anyone's buttons. I think perhaps a show of solidarity is in order. The game's end. You claim sovereignty over this TDR, fine, we'll leave without incident. The alternative will be very unpleasant for you. That seemed almost like a threat, guys. I think he was threatening you. Shut your mouth, traitor. Traitor? Traitor? I was never your ally. How could I betray you? Have you done it yet? I have restrained his access to most of my power. Beat him into submission, I will handle these. What was it you called them? Ah yes, yo-yos. Strange you would know so Terran a reference. I think I'm having a bad effect on you. You think? Eljon, if you are listening, I could use some assistance. Ardendor. This is the fake Falarin. A part of Falarin has manifested itself into this creature of deceit. Not exactly fake, but ooh, quite a lot of... Okay, wait, no, this is level 135. Let's see what it does. Oh, okay, void damage. Interesting. This could be another pseudo boss fight, I guess. Yeah, for lower level players, this will definitely be challenging, that's for sure. And he has 7000 HP, so it's not exactly something that you can really nuke. But then again, he hits with Void, so you should have no qualms about just, nuking him as hard as you can in your generalist ropes or whatever armor you are using. I've been waiting to do that for years, but I have not existed that long, so... Right on cue. Time to say goodnight, Gracie. Goodnight, Gracie. You cannot do this, usurpers. What authority have you? I need to shut my mouth. You are our analogs, that alone gives us authority. Besides, you are invaders here too. We are merely cleaning your mess. This won't bring God War. Trust me, I'm very sure about God War. I'm here to stop one. Time, Falarin. Quite right. Reality wants us to recohere, so be it. Belch. Excuse you. After a meal like that, I think anyone could forgive some indigestion. Mr. Slot, Captain Turk, you'll not be having any trouble with the E continuum for a while. Shall we go, gents? I love a happy ending. Fascinating. There's one problem, however, Captain. What's that, Slot? How do we get back to normal space without Falarin here? Oh. Seems we are right about him being up to no good here. Dao's shadow must have corrupted this world for a very long time. For it to be so different from ours, it's not so different. How can you say that it was enslaved by an evil necromancer? It was a twisted mirror of our own arctic called Citra. More than one analog of Krieger has adopted that feathery gnome. What? It's not important now. A fragment of Dao's appears to have been trapped here. It's not just me that has been gathering my pieces. He seems to have a piece of the flags as well. That could be a problem. Created born of creation, be reborn of uncreation. I baptize thee in my name. He. Oh boy. Oh. Whoa. I think I'm gonna like this. Whoa, that is so cool. And I don't think we have time for another quest, but man. Wow, that was amazing. Okay, Tech Light of Destiny. Ooh, interesting. 137. Famed Acts of Captain Turk. Now you can call down your own photon strike from the center prize. I assume the special will be quite nice, but I'm not going to get it simply because it's under leveled. Mini Giant Space Bracken G. Oh, guys, I remember this pet. You know why? Back in the days, this used to be one of the better or higher level energy pets that you could use before we had that much variety inside the game. So back in the very, very old days, people were actually using this for the energy pet. Yeah. Wow, man, this does bring back quite a lot of nostalgia. And that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you guys would like to see more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host, Korriban Gaming. Peace out.